guys, thanks for tuning in. In this video, I will be using nothing but sticks. Only stick makeup here. I was thinking about making it a 5-minute challenge, but then I decided no, I want to focus on the different formulas as I go and provide some reviews along the way. So I thought it would be more informative to not do this video that way. Although I am completely open to more 5-minute challenges if you'd like to leave those requests in the comments section. I think that's fun. But yeah, I've got some new stick stuff. I'm combining some old favorites with this look as well. Sticks tend to be just a really low maintenance, easy way to apply makeup. In a lot of cases, you wouldn't need to bring in extra brushes to get the job done. Although throughout this video, you will see me pulling in some of my favorite brushes to use with stick products or any kind of cream. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to put on is this Hard Candy Sheer Envy Coconut Water Primer Stick. I love this stick for the way it glides on under the eye area. I think it's a great way to prep the under eye when you're getting started with your makeup. Like, it's just so cooling. It feels lightly hydrating, but you know, it's not too much. And it's a stick, so it qualifies, right? Then I'm gonna use a stick that I've had quite a few questions about lately. It is the Smashbox Studio Skin Shaping Foundation. So this is a 2-in-1 stick. I've got it in 1.2. So it's the foundation on one end and then a soft contour on the other. And this whole line of foundations is put together in such a way that they have kind of customized the contour shade to be appropriate with the, you know, color of foundation that you're working with. So I am first going to sweep this foundation all over my skin. And I'm going to blend this out with my little Sephora, the Mini Flawless airbrush brush. And this foundation blends out pretty easily. It's a nice formula. It's really smooth, like even coverage. There are some foundation sticks that I've used over time that you feel like when it's time to blend them out, you've got to like pull them across the skin. Like they just don't want to spread and blend, and there's got to be a good amount of creaminess with the foundation stick for that to happen. And this one is really good for that. Anybody else feel like there's a total like foundation stick boom happening right now? Smashbox has this one, and I reviewed Besame's recently. Tarte has some, NARS. I think they're a great thing, really. Foundation sticks are super handy, super quick to apply. You can easily blend them out with your fingers too. There's something about a brush that gives, I think, a whole lot of evenness. So then I think I will go ahead and not leave you hanging on the other end of this stick. I will go ahead and use that a little bit. I'm using this great brush from Real Techniques. It's their contour brush, go figure. And I reach for this a lot with cream contour products. I love how it's not too super big, because usually when you're blending out a contour, you know, I'm wanting to blend it in that spot. I'm not wanting to really work it a lot higher or a lot lower. You know, I'm trying to keep it kind of confined to a certain area. So this brush is not too big, and I love that. And then you know what I'm going to do to almost clean up the lower part of this contour just a bit? I'm going to take a little more foundation and just give it a little dab right here underneath, like the deepest part of the hollow of my cheek. And go back in with that foundation brush. Not looking for an absolute line there by any means. I just, you know what I'm saying. I just don't want the contour dropping down too low. But that's what that stick can do all on its own. I think that's pretty cool. That's the first time I've really seen it combined that way, and it keeps you from making that additional purchase. I know there have been a couple times for me with makeup where I have wanted to do the whole highlighting and contouring with sticks, but to make the effect happen, you had to purchase a separate one. So this puts them both in one stick. Next, I got this stick. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't really love it. It's the Essence Color Correcting Stick, and it's in the shade called Say No to Dark Spots. And I've already used this some. It's like a small rounded stick. And I don't know. It's a very yellowish peach. And I feel like the peachy tone correctors that I really like best, maybe they've got more pink in them, I'm not sure. Then I'm using my Pro Airbrush Concealer Brush from Sephora. Like, it blends easily enough, and I'm not really mad at the texture, but there's some things that have done better for me for the under eye circles. I just wanted to kind of talk about it and show it to you. See, when I turn my head, it's like I'm still seeing some circles, but whatever. I'm going to go in with some concealer anyway. This is my Almay Age Essentials Concealer, SPF 20, and it's in the shade Oh yeah, this is the one that doesn't have the shade on it. I'm pretty sure it's light medium. But this is one of my favorite concealer sticks. If you are a stick concealer person, this one is so dang creamy. And this shade is just a smidge brighter than my skin tone. So it can be a nice, like, see how I'm sort of working this whole area here just to brighten it up, and you know, you can just use it anywhere, high points of your face. It's just so creamy. There are so many of those sticks that are really dry, really like tug across the skin, and this is kind of like, I don't know, a little concentrated foundation stick practically. It's really great. Really nice coverage, and it's not too sticky also, and that's a thing with this look. You know, I don't have a stick powder that I'm gonna be using, so yeah, I'm not wanting my skin to be like ultra tacky at the end of this. See, I really like the base that we've got going on here, and I love how that contour part of the Smashbox stick kind of gave me that bronzy look around the hairline, so yay for that. I need a sip. Warm coffee. Get kind of accustomed sometimes to drinking the room temperature, almost cold coffee some days. Okay, I'm gonna use this Milk Lip and Cheek. I'm only gonna use it on the cheeks because I got other plans for the lips, but this is a stick in the shade Perk, and this is just a mini stick. I've got some of their larger sticks, and their large sticks are just huge, and I don't know, I really like some of the things that Milk's coming out with, but this stick, I'm gonna give it just a little swipe there right on the apple of the cheek. Is this just a fresh as a daisy color or what? And I'm using my e.l.f. small stipple brush. You knew that was coming in this video with all this cream stuff, right? Blendy blend. Why do words turn all cutesy when you're dealing with a 2-year-old? It's like every word, like, it's not just go put on your shoes, it's go put on your shoesies. And we're not even a big, like, I've never been a big baby talker with her, you know? Like, once she was really starting to form words, I was trying to talk to her basically like she was a lot older than she was, and I think it's been actually really good for her language development and stuff like that. But still, we've got those things. We can't just say, like, go for a walk, you know, it's a walkie walk, or it's a, you know, there's got to be some little spin put on the word. I don't know. It just comes out of you. You think you're not going to talk that way, and then you have kids and you do. I added just a bit more here. This is a nice stick. It's not too overpowering, you know, as a blush stick. Blush stick. I like it, and it doesn't feel sticky either. Now, I am wanting some glow on this, and I've got this Maybelline Master Strobing stick in the shade Light/Iridescent. And this is what the cap looks like, by the way. I love the Master blush sticks that Maybelline makes, so I'm hoping I like this too. I haven't really messed with this a whole lot. Ooh. Am I gonna regret just swiping this on straight from the tube? Is this gonna be a lot? Highlight always looks like more to me, like in person. I've noticed being up here doing my makeup, it appears to be more pronounced in person than my camera always picks up. I think it's just all the lighting here. Like maybe if we were in more of a dim light setting, the highlight would really pop out at you. But in full lighting, you know, if you're seeing anything on camera, it's a lot in person. Oh, this brush, by the way, this is the high cheekbone highlighter from Sigma. The challenge sometimes with using the cream highlight up in this zone, it was like I really went to great lengths to use concealer and everything in this area, and I don't want to blend that all away, so I'm trying to be really light-handed and careful as I blend. But I think I want to take a little bit of this like down the nose. I want to do a little bit of it kind of coming up like in this area, a little bit on the Cupid's bow. It's no wonder we call our youngest child Little Bit, because I sure just say Little Bit all the time when I'm doing makeup. I edit my videos, I'm like, how many times can a woman use the phrase little bit? Oh, look at this. I got sheet creases right over here. Some of you guys ask me, like, what time is it when you shoot your videos? Not all of them, you know, is it dark outside, but right now it's 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. No, oh, it's 6 after 6 right now, actually. We're starting to get into that season. We're creeping into it where it's gonna be darker longer in the morning, so. All right, this is what we've got for our face makeup, and I want to, I think from here, do a little brows. So the stick that I'm using for that, or the pencil, it's still a stick, right? It actually resembles an actual stick, maybe more than some of those other things. It's like skinny and long. I'm feeling a little strange this morning, honestly. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Brownie. This is the deep brown. I think maybe the last time I was talking about this, I was using the lighter shade. I was using the soft brown. I can really use either. I think maybe I like this deep brown even more. Cool thing about this product, it's like a rectangular, is a skinny rectangle. So many of these are kind of a triangle shape. And I find this long skinny rectangle actually forms the shape of my brows really, really fast. Like this is one of my fastest fill-ins. But you know what? When I have my camera turned on and I'm narrating something, I can make anything take like 15 minutes. Anybody else who does videos feel that way? Like you can whip something out on your own without talking about it and have it done in 15 seconds, and then you turn your camera on. Oh, it can take so much longer. This smells good too. Speaking of smelling good and sweet stuff, we indulged a lot around here on Eclipse Day. Had a little barbecue, had some ribs, had some like scalloped potatoes, baked beans. Don't even get me started on the Eclipse cake and the apple pie. And then Pup was here, Pup's my sister. We started talking about like junk foods and cereals, and like we got into this whole big conversation about like which cereal do you like, but which blah blah blah. And then, you know, we ended up at Dollar General doing a junk food haul. We just ended up with a lot of guilty pleasures. We ended up with some Little Debbie treats, some Star Crunch, some oatmeal cream pies, some Gushers, Reese's Puffs cereal. We had like so much fun though. It was really fun. We haven't like finished everything. Pup, if you're watching this, I haven't gone and finished all that junk food. I should have sent some home with them for the trip home. What I need to do is just like pack it away for a rainy day and not touch the stuff for a good long while. Now, I want to do my lip before the eye, because I'm not quite sure where I want to go with the eye look yet. I want to do this kind of fun, corally, end of summer punch on the lips. So I'm going to use this Burt's Bees stick in Niagara Overlook. I've used this stick, this color, quite a bit, I feel like. It's not really marketed as a matte product. It comes off pretty matte on my lips. And it feels creamy, but it's not like, not sticky at all. Burt's Bees, by the way, what are they doing? Coming out with like a big old range of products now. I want to try some. And then I want to pump up the color a little bit. I've got this liner from NYX in the shade called Rosy Sunset. I haven't used this one all that much. It looks like a really like bright, warm pink. Sometimes I like to use lip liners after I've got the bulk of the color on my lips and just like kind of accent things, clean up the shape. But that Eclipse, by the way, I mean, it's a crime for me to sit here and just like talk about the snacks I ate that weekend and not tell you that we were, you know, in the path of totality, the crossroads of the eclipse or whatever they want to call it. We were like the longest duration in the dark where I live, and it was just incredible. It was breathtaking. It was spooky. You know, you're looking up through your glasses at what's actually happening in the sky. You're seeing the corona, you know, not the beer, but the ring that forms, you know, when the moon passes through, and it's just so so bright and so amazing. And it was really funny how when there was only a sliver of sun left, it was still really bright everywhere. But once the eclipse started happening, you're looking around and, you know, the sky doesn't go black, but it goes like spooky. It was so creepy, like looking around. The lighting that was cast over everything was something I've just never seen before. Like this grayish, dusky, but yet very different from, you know, sunset time, even though at one point we did have this brief look of a sunset outside. But I mean, it was just spooky lighting. We're very lucky to be living in the path of it. And then it's going to be coming back to this very same area at 2024. Knowing that, And really looking ahead, maybe there should be a big like beauty broadcast barbecue or something. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just gonna go buy Little Debbie snacks as you get here and we'll just have a Little Debbie snack buffet. So the lip is bold today, and that means I'm not gonna maybe go too crazy on the eyes, but I have an interesting thing, and this was sort of what made me wanna do an all stick look. I got these in the mail just yesterday. It's these Laura Mercier caviar sticks, and there were a bunch of the regular ones, like see the finish on the outside of the stick, like just her regular formula that have a little shimmer. But then there are a bunch of mattes as well, and I thought it might be fun to really work with some of these mattes. Personally, I've just always liked using synthetic brushes to blend out cream stuff when I'm working with it on the eyes. This is my first time playing around with these, and I'm going to use the shade called On Natural. It really is fully matte, and I'm going to give myself a little crease color. We're going to see how this works here. You see that? Hopping on there. I'm not sure how much playtime I have with these, so I'm going to go ahead and blend like now. Yeah, I don't think you'd want to wait around too long. I know the regular caviar sticks do sort of set. But man, this is pretty. That looks really soft and nice. Certainly fast. Let's do some more. This is a brush. It's the Chic eyeshadow brush. It's from the It brushes at Ulta line, and I think it was like part of a holiday set. It's just really similar to the Sigma E25 actually. It's really, really soft and dense. I think it blends creams really nicely. I've got Vanilla Kiss, really nice light shade. If you're into like carving out your brows, holy cow. This is like a highbrow on steroids. I'm gonna use a little firm flat brush from Real Techniques. This is amazing for creams as well. It's called the shading brush. Oh, that gives a really finished look to things, actually. I may start using this kind of shade a lot. I think I want to use some of that like around here. You know what else I'm going to do with that Vanilla Kiss? I am going to just get crazy here. Lower waterline. Yes. Nice and bright there. Okay, here's something a little bit darker. I thought we could play with this color called Cobblestone. Murky, kind of, I don't know, taupe. I'm just gonna start drawing this on the outer part of my eyelid. And yeah, I'm going for an all matte stick look because I think these are kind of rare. We see so many shimmery eye sticks. I keep just doing like back to back, one eye then the other eye, and I forget like, yeah, that's gonna start to set pretty quick here. But these are doing a pretty good job kind of blending on top of one another, considering I've got like different textures. I've got some bare skin, but I've also got areas where there's a stick that is set already, and I'm kind of overlapping and I'm trying to, you know, get sort of a blend going here. And it's doing it really well. Like the sticks don't feel too heavy on my skin, even though in some parts I may be overlapping 2 or 3 shades. I know this is a super, super light look and you may be kind of bored with it. I mean, maybe I am too, but I'm not bored with the textures, and that's really what I'm trying to test here. Is what are the textures of these like? How are they to blend? Ooh, I'm liking this color on the lower lash line. That's like instant smoky. This little brush though, from Real Techniques, you need this if you're working with a lot of cream shadows. It is great. So I'm gonna real quick curl my lashes and do some mascara. I guess that's the one thing that's not a stick makeup product. So for the finished look, I just put on some Lash Paradise mascara there, and it's a nice like low maintenance kind of look. I mean, I realistically probably wouldn't do 100% only stick makeup every single day, but I think more so the point of this video is just to spotlight some different stick products and talk about which formulas I like, which formulas I don't like as well. Concealer wise, like ideally to fully cover up certain areas here on the tops of my cheeks, I would have preferred, like, instead of the Essence corrector, to go in with something like Benefit Erase Paste or the Boing Brightening Concealer. I'm gonna struggle with that for a while. Also, topping off with some powder I think can improve the coverage, and maybe not using a cream highlight that you have to blend out on top of areas that you're really trying to conceal. That can mess with your coverage coverage level too. That being said, I did think that this Master Strobing stick had a pretty effect on the skin. I like the Smashbox shaping foundation. I love the idea of combining, you know, the foundation and the right shade of contour with it. The Laura Mercier matte sticks are very cool. Matte cream eyeshadows are not the most forgiving things ever, and when they do set on your eyes and don't rub off, it can sometimes be a struggle to blend one on top of the next, but these blended, I thought, really easily. I think the biggest standout to me, actually, I love this Vanilla Kiss color. I thought it was super brightening, just full coverage up under the brow. Now I've got it right here alongside my Wet n Wild brow highlight, which is very pinky, and so this is a little more beige, and you rub over them both, and the thing about it is the Wet n Wild rubs right away, but this one actually sets and stays for the long haul. Love the brow pencil, really enjoying that chocolate brownie, whatever it's called, from Too Faced, and the lip color as well. I think this is a great, like, bright summery lip color. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your favorite stick format makeup product in the comments section below, and I will see you again very soon. Bye!